Today we're with Chris and we're gonna take the first ever look into his insane sneaker collection. And we gotta put a code in to enter the door, don't we, Chris?
We do. Can't let just anybody in here.
Fingerprint scan. Wow, that was an insane entrance, I'm not gonna lie. Well, Chris, thank you for letting us take a look into your sneaker collection. I know we've talked about, and I've seen pictures on your Instagram, which will pop on the screen right here. Every single picture that you have on Instagram in the background, you just see these cases and they start at the floor. And I figured, you know what, this dude probably has them up all the way to the ceiling in his room, which you do. So I wanted to talk a little bit about yourself before we get into the actual sneaker collection. How long you've been collecting for? Talk us a little bit about what got you into sneakers and how you managed to maintain a collection this size.
Good question. So I've been doing this for almost 20 years. I've always loved shoes. I've always loved sneakers. I'm from Chicago. I'm a big Jordan guy. So that's how it started. Jordans, Yeezys, SBs. I'm a huge SB guy. Jordans were the gate to collecting all these sneakers. I mean, that's what started this whole thing.
Yep.
And my first pair, to be honest with you, when I was young, we didn't have a lot of money. So I would see people with Jordans. I had a lot of different other shoes, Kevin Johnson's, Larry Johnson's, stuff like that. But then when I got a little bit older, I got my first pair of Jordans. And actually what's interesting is as I started growing up, these were actually one of my favorite shoes at that time. Not anymore, I love them, but this was actually the He Got Games. I love these shoes. So Jordans are what got me into it. What got me collecting SB Dunks and Yeezys.
Okay.
Yeezys, specifically 350 V2s. Actually, when the Zebras first came out, that was big for me. Once I saw those, I was like, I need every 350 V2.
Right.
And at one point, I had every single 350 V2. I have sold several of them, but I have most of them still here. So that's kind of what got me into it. And
I love that because I'm also a huge 350 guy and a lot of people aren't anymore.
That was like one of the biggest sneakers for so long. And to me, I don't really care. If I like it, that's what matters to me. Obviously, if I'm selling them, it's a little different. But I have a feeling in 5-10 years, people are gonna jump back on 350 V2s, especially since they're not being made anymore. So.
For sure. So your first ever pair of sneakers was the He Got Game 13s?
That was my first ever Jordan pair.
Yeah. And
they're beat, by the way. If I showed you those, they're cracked, they're beat. I balled in them. It was,
For sure. And you're born and raised in Chicago. I mean, that sneaker culture, it seems like every older, 40, 50, 30-year-old guys. I'm not sure how old you look like you're 35.
I'm 40.
40. Okay, cool. 40-year-olds. Everybody says like we never could afford Jordans growing up. So now this nostalgia of being able to, work and get some money and being able to be blessed with in a situation where you can afford all these sneakers, everybody seems to just want to buy those Jordans that they were never able to get. Now, obviously, you can't go find the 1985s. That's not easy, or the 92s or 93s, whatever Jordan may be. But, getting all these re-release retros is a huge, like they're so accessible now.
It is. And if you really want 85s and stuff, they're there. You just have to be able to find them.
Sure. So. And you also resell sneakers. You sold us some sneakers the other day.
Yeah.
And talk to me a little bit about reselling. And do you just do that to fund kind of the personal collection side of things, or?
That's a really good question, actually. So because
this isn't your main job.
No. Yeah. Well, it wasn't. I initially started this to support the habit. Essentially, what I didn't want to do is use any liquid cash to purchase this. I didn't want to take any money out of my family's mouth to support this habit.
Sure.
So I started reselling. It started with sneakers and other little things. I actually been technically reselling since I was a kid on eBay. I used eBay before many people even knew about eBay.
Sure.
Because I bought and sold, being a collector in general. So it started with sneakers, little things. I've sold plenty of pairs. I was telling you that I regret to this day, but I slowly try to get some of them back.
Sure.
Then it got to a point where I was getting bigger and bigger with buying things and buying all different types of collectibles. So now I don't just resell sneakers, I resell everything.
Would you sell some of your Funko collection?
Yeah, so Funkos, anything. I mean, collectible, any type of collectible, whether it's sports memorabilia, comic books, cards, I mean, the list goes on.
Sure.
So that's kind of how it started. And then we ended up here. And actually, my closet's pretty bad too. So
gotcha. And you're in Strike. Speaking of reselling, you are in Strike just like Johnson.
The best group that you could possibly be in.
Yes, and he's been a Strike member before we even worked with Strike. Yes.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
you know Tiana for quite some time.
Tiana is amazing.
Yes.
She is the GOAT.
Yes.
She really is.
So for those asking, there is another week trial in the description down below for a free week, or take advantage of that. More details on that later in this video. But let's start going through some of these sneakers that you do have. I already see a triple up in your size. By the way, you're size 13, yes?
I am.
Size 13, which is insane. Your Instagram's on here. You post some pairs sometimes for sale. You don't really post a lot, though.
I think I'm going to start, so we'll see.
After this video goes
live,
live,
I'll start. Yeah.
Okay.
I did a little bit. I used to do a lot of pre-orders for Yeezys,
Gotcha.
and that popped off a lot.
Yep.
It's interesting. I get a lot of messages about people, wanting to buy sneakers, and
Right.
the thing is, I have them, but sometimes I keep things close to the chest. And
Sure.
I think I have to work through that a little bit. But yeah, so
Triple up in a Travis, the new medium olives, yes?
Yes.
All retail too?
All retail.
And you hit them from?
APB, Travis, and sneakers. My wife she was in sneakers jail, and it's seriously, it's been like 2 years, and she hit on these on her sneakers account. So happy about that.
Where do you rank this Travis on Travis Lowe's to release?
I like it a lot. It's definitely not my favorite. They're all up here, and the golf ones right there.
Yep.
But I want to say this is 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm torn between these two.
Okay.
5-ish, and then this would be my last. And then, of course, the golf ones.
So this is at the bottom.
Towards the bottom.
Towards the bottom.
I wouldn't say it's definitely not. This is the last one.
Yeah, for sure.
So I would put that one with the reverse.
Okay.
For me personally.
Gotcha. And obviously this price it's the cheapest price for a Travis of this caliber besides the Canaries, obviously, but less desirable colorway. Where do you see this shoe, being that you've been doing this for quite some time? In your professional opinion, where do you think this shoe is come, let's just say Christmas, and then a year from now?
I say Christmas. So where are we at right now? Like 500?
450, 480-ish, depending on the sign.
So
size.
I see Christmas probably, I would think around 600, I would think.
So you're going to think a quick spike in them?
I think there'll be a little spike for the holidays for that reason in particular. But I kind of draw back to this one. If you guys remember the black one, I mean, you could have bought, I actually hit a couple retail pairs, and I bought several when it dipped.
Yeah.
And then now where are they at? They're what, $800-900?
13's at like $850, I think.
Okay, so there we go. And I think I got my pairs, I can't remember offhand if it was 400 or something like that. They were pretty low.
Yeah, there's an infamous video that we have in an event where the guy's asking like $550 per, and I was just like, I couldn't pay that price at that time. And I was just like, I should have bought every single one of them. But,
But you know what? Yeah, but you were right at the time.
Right.
Because you could have gotten them cheaper.
Exactly.
So, but I see something similar with this, although it's not all black. I do see this. Sure. I mean, at some point, this is going to hit the thousands.
Right.
I'm telling you. So, me personally, I would invest in that shoe.
Awesome. Well, where do you want to start when it comes to sneakers that you want to go over? How is your sneaker room kind of organized? I see a bunch of Yeezys on this side.
So we start, other than this section right here where there's some random Nikes there,
okay,
this is all kind of non-Nike. We got non-Nike up through this point here.
Okay.
So if there's anything in particular, I kind of went over Yeezys. I will say, other than the 350s, which is my favorite pair to wear is this pair. This is my favorite pair. I have 3 pairs of these, and they're all mine. No one gets them. And I've sold a bunch of these pairs, but there's another one right there.
Yeah.
If I show you my pair that I wear, it's beat. It's bad. There's holes in it. This gets more comfortable as you wear it. I absolutely love this shoe. When I first saw this shoe, I'm like, oh, it's ugly. It's a dad shoe. This is an ugly shoe. Something changed because I love.
Then you
this
had
shoe.
a kid. Yeah.
I love this shoe. I don't know, but so this is actually one of my favorites. Obviously, the 350 V2s.
Is this your favorite 350 ever? The zebras?
The zebras and the black reflectives.
Okay.
I actually hit a lick on those. These are them, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. I actually got 8 pairs of these on Yeezy Supply. Those were the days.
Those are the great days. And those are going for a lot of money after that release too.
Yeah, and I sold every one of them except one. I did keep one, of course. Here's another shoe that has a great...
I love this shoe.
This shoe is supposed to come out for a while, and then one random night at 8 or 8:30 in Arizona, they randomly dropped this. Mm-hmm. I bought several pairs, but I stopped because I got scared they were going to cancel the orders. Luckily, they didn't cancel my orders, but I could have gotten more. I kind of regretted that. I did sell them all, of course, but I kept one. So this was...
Those used to go for some cheddar cheese.
Yeah, they did.
That's a great sneaker,
too. It is. And it was his first full glow shoe.
If you guys don't know, I'm a huge 350 guy, so seeing all these is awesome. One of my favorite pairs of 350s, I can't reach, but...
These or these?
No, that one right
Black
there.
the bread? Of course, I keep the shoehorns in the Yeezy 350.
Bread 350s. This is such a classic. I have these two. Mine are absolutely destroyed.
My other pair's getting there.
Yeah, I absolutely love this sneaker. That's one of my favorite 350s. I notice you have the full Black Friday pack too.
I do.
So the reds, the whites.
The only one I'm actually missing is the copper.
You are missing the copper.
I
Gotcha.
am. But these are the olives. 13.5 on those too, which is pretty hard size to get.
Yes, and you wear your Yeezys with the insole or without the insole?
I wear them with.
With them? Yeah.
But even though it's a 13, it pushes it, to be honest with you. 13.5 is kind of what I need.
Sure.
But a lot of times, either that's not available or was gone pretty quick.
Facts.
So I'll stick with the 13, and my feet will touch in here a little bit. But
yeah, I like taking this out. I just find it more comfortable.
You know, I might try that, to be honest with you. Also, a lot of these I have duplicates in my closet. So you see that there's tags on them, but don't worry, they're in my closet.
So almost every single 700, I see the magnets right here. It's like the poor man's Wave Runner almost.
I swapped laces on these, actually. I'm a big lace swapper. I do that a lot.
So you like when they come with the extra laces?
I do.
Are those the, what do we got up here? I can't even see that high.
Quantums.
Quantums.
So the original, both of them, the basketball and the regular one, I actually really like those a lot.
Gotcha.
And then I did like the black ones. So those are the ones I like. The rest of them, not as much of a fan, except this one. I was waiting for, I don't remember, which model is the one that he didn't release that's almost like a boot. It's all orange. And for some odd reason, I love it.
And so that was your ultimate.
This was my second, this is what you get. Yeah. So this is my consolation prize. So I do
Never
like
wore
this
those.
colorway. Haven't worn these yet.
So you have a lot of slides. You're wearing slides.
I have slides for outside. So I have slides for my back porch. Slides to take the garbage out in the front. Slides for the house. Slides for my mom's house. I have slides everywhere.
Heard. Big Easy slide guy then, yes?
Big Easy slide guy.
And we just talked about these.
Container store, do better.
Yeah.
Please do better.
Also, I see you have some of the classics.
Definitely
Total
worn
Doves.
those.
This is the first original pair, or this is the re-release?
This is the re-release. My original pair is in my closet. So I wore the new and the old, and I wore the new and the old of the Pirates, of course, too.
And what are your thoughts on foam runners?
Here's the thing. They're very comfortable. If you go to Disney World, Disneyland, great place to wear them. I feel like over time, they're not going to last as far as just wearing them. They look interesting. It's hard for me when I put them on feet. I'm torn.
Yeah.
I do like them to an extent. Obviously, I still have several of them, and I had every one of them, but I let a bunch of them go. So I don't know. How do you feel about them?
Drew and I used to wear these all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, quite frequently. Now we just don't really have them, to be quite honest with you. And I'd rather wear my Suit Cokes or like a pair of Yeezy slides, for example.
Makes sense.
So
they're comfortable though. I will give them that.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're super, super comfortable.
Yeah.
And they don't sell as well as they did like a couple years ago, but they still move. So
they did go. I remember when the Ararat ones came out, they went crazy.
Now, I also love that you have some collaborations in here.
I do.
Are you a big Joe Fresh Goods guy?
I like Joe Fresh Goods. I actually have his New Balances the most. And then Ben Berry.
Yeah.
Fresh Good. Actually, and this is another one.
Those are the DTLRs, right?
These are nice also with the red laces. You got to hit them with the red laces. Yeah. This is fire. So here's a big thing with me with the New Balances. We know they're comfortable. First of all, the materials and just the quality of materials are huge for me.
Right.
With their sneakers. Same with Joe Fresh Goods. Like look at them.
Yeah.
You know, the suede on them. Even Ben Berry does a good job with some things. I'll show you a wild shoe if you really want to see a wild shoe. This one's wild. This is the only colorway that I got. I'm not getting any other colorways. This is wild. It is supposed to be waterproof, but then why is there holes? I don't know. Feel how heavy that shoe is.
Yeah, this is a brick.
So heavy.
The Croc Selling Ben Berry Juniper collab, huh?
But I do like what that looks like. So being a collector, will I wear it? Maybe. We'll see. It's my prerogative. Since
on the trail or something?
Yeah. So
you also have a ton of Air Forces.
I do. I had a lot more, but a lot of them are gone.
What would be your favorite Air Force kind of in here? I'll pull out a couple. I love these, the Terror Squads.
Yeah, I mean, anyone who's into sneakers knows the history behind this one.
For sure.
I that was a must-have when that came out. My favorite, to be honest with you, it's going to be hard. I do like Cactus Plant Flea Market. I love what they've done with these and with the laces. I swap with the fat laces. And look at how nice that looks. It's so nice.
Yes.
So I like these a lot. My favorites. This is gonna sound really weird, guys. I've seen you guys talk about this one.
Yeah, we love this shoe.
and here's why. It has nothing to do with Drake. I actually put my wife and my daughter's initials on these, but the quality of the leather on this and the Love You Forever,
premium.
This hits. This hits. This is a beautiful shoe, and this is all white. It's the classic, but just with a little just way nicer material. I don't want to say this is my favorite, but quality wise, being a classic Air Force, but just better, like I said, better quality, and they'll love you forever. I don't know. I think I got to go with this one. This is also a nice one. I'm gonna throw this one out there too. The shoe. Mm-hmm.
I love when they do the swoosh.
Yeah,
on the toe.
They did a good job with this part.
Yeah, they did. So Air Forces, I see. Speaking of in the Nike realm, we have your first pair of Off-Whites that we see in the collection.
Mm-hmm. This pair has gotten a lot of wear. It's even got my dog hair on it.
As it should.
Got to clean these. This is definitely, and it's not just because it's Off-White, but yes, that's part of it. Virgil, I love Virgil. This is my favorite Air Force. And there's a lot. Air Max. There's a lot of Air Maxes that I love, but this one is my favorite Air Max. I love it. Yeah. It's comfortable too. This is a really comfortable pair. But I don't know. You like these?
That's tough. Yeah.
I'm trying to get the brown ones too. I even told you if you
the
if you
Desert
have
Wars.
them,
That's right. Yeah. I've been trying to find a 13 for those. But yeah, you just don't see those quite often as much as you used to anymore.
Yeah, not
pairs
as
are kind of
much.
dwindling in the market right now. It seems like you got every Travis shoe too. So you even have the Air Maxes.
Just not the 33s. I don't have the 33s.
Not a big 33 guy? Fair enough. No. You got the Browns, the Saturn Golds, and then, why am I drawing a blank? The Wheat?
The Wheat, yep.
That's right. And then you also have the 270s up there, right above them too. You have more Off-Whites in the collection, which, by the way, quick break, if you just pan right over there, you guys will see some insane pairs, which we'll get into later in this video. But your favorite shoe, SBs?
I mean, SB is probably my favorite shoe. I don't want to take away from Jordan. I love MJ. Mm-hmm. That's my guy. But wearing every day, SB dunks all day. I'm an SB collector. Chris Robinson, he's the true SB collector, but I still collect them.
So Johnson have you seen that sneaker video or collection video that we did with Johnson?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the big one. So he has a ton of SBs too. I mean, he's a big SB guy. Mm-hmm. He's just a really low top guy. Mm-hmm. And obviously I see a lot of similarities with when it comes to SBs, just because like all the limited collabs you guys seem to really gravitate towards.
Absolutely.
Would you say this is one of the best SBs to drop in recent years?
In recent years, it's one of the better collabs. I say these three right here are fantastic.
So you're going with the Born and Raised, the Futuras,
and
the Born and Raised.
Yep, Born and Raised.
The details and quality on this one is
insane.
Impeccable.
I have two. So just a fun fact: 2 pairs of these, 3 pairs of these. I'll end up selling one, maybe 2 of these. I only got 1 of these. This is another pair I really love.
The Aprils?
I love those. I got 2
It's like a turbo green, but the issue is they're kind of hard to wear.
A little bit.
Unless you just wear it with all black fit.
Yeah, I'm a big thing. So one thing I always say, if you're worried about how to match shoes and I can't wear that, all black, you can do anything with all black. All black or white, you can do anything with. Literally.
Would you agree?
I would agree.
You can wear
Would you agree?
It's cosign.
You can wear these all black.
That's it.
No problem. You can make it work if you love it.
So, Dan, you triple up and double up.
I'm a big double up guy.
What is your day job?
I've been in finance for 15 years. I actually just walked away from it. So my wife, we have 2 other businesses, and then I have this business. So I am starting to grow my D'Amico's Emporium business that I am currently in process of that. We do, again, have another business. And then my wife, she's got a very good position at her job too. So
love it.
But yeah, finance for 15 years.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
So, remember, and a lot of these collections that we see here, it's like it takes years to build this up.
It has.
So if you're watching this video and you're trying to figure out, well, like how does he have so many shoes? Just understand, like he's 40 years old and he's been doing this for 20 years. So like basically he started when he was 20 years old to build up this big of a collection. So it's possible. Just give time. Patience is key.
Absolutely.
I can't buy this entire I don't have the money for that yet, but over time, depending on if I keep my sneakers, you guys can get to that point.
Absolutely.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Since we've been talking about how long you've been collecting, what's one shoe you let go of that you wish you didn't? Whether it's hard to replace, emotional value. What's one you let go of that you're like, why did I do that?
There's a few, and actually I can go over that I didn't get back, and then I did let go of my Purple Lobsters and my Marty McFlys, and I did get them back.
Okay.
So however you want to do that, I'm gonna need I need a second on that one,
Yeah,
my best one.
Sit on it.
Let that marinate for a second.
Let it marinate.
All those bad thoughts come back.
And I did hit 2 pairs of the Travis Mocha, the ones. And I sold one of them for like $800. I definitely regret that.
Yeah. I sold my Union personal size.
Did you?
The
black toe?
Yeah, the black toe.
That's one of my favorite Jordan 1 highs.
Really?
Yeah, I just
Great take.
It's very nice looking. You can match it with anything. It's just
I mean, you have a lot of SBs, and they're kind of just sporadically
up
across
here,
here.
up here, down here.
Yes.
Some of these like skater dyes, these are rare too. Those
I was gonna
are
say-
dead stock rare.
And the 13
Mosquito.
value on this shoe, I'd put probably around, depending on the collector and depending who you're selling to, anywhere between $800 and $1,500.
At least.
Yeah.
I mean, on StockX right now, I think it's like 2,500. But
Yeah.
the problem is you can't find it dead stock.
Do you have the
Can't
box?
replace it.
I do.
Oh, wow.
OG all box. Lace on the other pair has the laces in the bag.
Yeah, that's an insane sneaker. These, I forget the name of these.
Skater dye.
Skater dyes.
This was a pair I chased for so long. I can't tell you how long it took me to find these in my size. And you can see I've been wearing them quite a bit.
What would you say your favorite SB? I mean, if you pan, we've got the full Power Puff pack right here, which again, 13. I mean, this is an expensive sneaker size now,
Yeah.
which used to be the complete opposite 3-4 years ago.
Did remember Yeezys 6.5? That was like 6.
Exactly.
5, that was like
13
the move.
sizes.
Yeah.
Exactly. We got the diamond supplies. You got 2 pairs of Hawaii's, one uncut, and
Yeah,
then
you can pull that out.
you cut
I
a
experimented on it.
pair. I love it.
Yeah, and the other side is nice. I the green's nice, but I like how this came out.
For sure. What would you say your favorite SB in your collection is? I mean, you have some bangers in here too. You got the carpet companies, the SB Tiffany highs, the black pigeons, purple, orange. Mummy SBs is a great one coming to Halloween. You don't know, have you worn those?
I've not worn those yet.
Are you gonna bust them out for Halloween this year?
Maybe I might.
Yeah.
I might.
You're gonna take the kid. How old are your kids?
My 2, and I have twin boys that are almost 4 months now.
Oh wow! Congrats,
crazy.
man.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
thanks. That's wild.
You've been able to sleep
Eh,
a little bit.
more than my wife,
Tw-
but
tw-
still
Twins
not
is
enough.
wild. Travis SB, Strangelove. What's your favorite SB in your collection?
If you really
If you had to
want,
pick one.
all right, I'm gonna do this to you guys. It's these.
Looking right.
Oh,
What the Dunks? When I first started collecting SBs,
that's a 13 too.
It's a 13 and very lightly worn. If I take them out, they look dead stock. And
20 with box?
I have a box. It's a replacement, but I do have the gold era box.
It's like a $20,000 shoe right there.
Yeah. So here's the thing about this shoe. I chased a lot of shoes. I can't tell you how many shoes I chased. The skater dye was one of the ones I couldn't find for the life of me. And then I finally got them. And then these came about. This was a shoe I wanted forever, and I could never afford it, to be honest with you. And the thing is, like I said before, I flip and I've sold, and I never sell. I don't charge crazy prices. I'm a collector, so I try to be fair, but I still want to make money. I use that money to support this. So my advice is I don't use my cash that I'm feeding my family from. I don't do that.
Right.
I will use money that I can to flip things. So anyway, this was hard to come by. A 13 is so hard to find. Like, you know how hard it is to find. Used or not. It's almost impossible. But I did, and that is my favorite shoe. I think what the Dunks, I've always liked in general, but they kind of mess it up sometimes. It's very easy to mess that type of shoe up. I think they did an amazing job with those.
Yeah, they
Do you
absolutely
like the
killed it.
organs?
I do. I did get those, by the way. I got those too. I got the black pair.
And you have the special box chunkies, right? Is what you told me?
I do have a
Chunky
special box. That is actually, so I do have a special box chunky. I had another regular box. I did sell those. I thought I did well. I think I sold them for like 12 or 1400. Didn't do so well. I guess. So this custom box, I can actually take it down for you. There's a guy in Amsterdam that makes these, and he does like rare releases of these. So although a special box, I didn't leave the special box. I put it in his floating box. He did a pretty good job with these.
Oh, wow. That's sick.
Yeah, I have to remember his name. They call it Sneaker Tube, though. That's what they're called, Sneaker Tube. This pair will never leave my collection, ever.
That's a great shoe.
Yeah, I mean, I was sad selling the other pair, to be honest with you.
I've hated that shoe. I've loved that shoe, and now I can't afford that shoe. Is what happens.
It's tough.
You also have just an SB high Grail sitting right on top.
Dead stock. It's dead stock. I like swapping laces
With box?
with box. OG all with
If you're wondering
box.
why I asked with box, is because when you have older SBs like this, a lot of the times they'll come with no box. So having it with the box is like, that's Grail.
Yeah, I try to. I'm pretty obsessive about keeping the boxes.
How much did you pay for these, if you don't mind me asking?
I paid $20-some $100. And honestly, in a 13 dead stock, you can't find it. Nowadays, I don't know what I would charge. 5,000-6,000,
Yeah.
probably easily. And somebody would buy them.
100%.
Somebody
buy it.
would. Absolutely.
Somebody may hit you up after this video and see some of the couple Grails that you have and be like, bro, well, how much do you want for this? Like, I've been looking for them. Especially when it comes to sneaker collecting in your size too, and rare stuff like this, it's just so hard to come by. So the fact that, somebody can potentially see that D'Amica's Emporium on Instagram has it, especially if you post it. It's like word gets out very quickly because
Yeah.
there's not a lot of pairs that come to market. But this just goes to show you that sneakers are an asset. And even if you were to wear these shoes, you would still get $3-4 grand out of them.
More than I paid
VNDS.
for them. Absolutely.
Yeah, which just goes to show again, it's like if your money, this is a hobby, but it's also in some sense like kind of like a stock hobby. Like,
It is. And I've been in finance for 15 years and it's a commodity. It is a commodity and it works the same type of way. I know everyone has different opinions about all these different things in the current market. Well, look at the economy right now. That's a big driver behind it.
Sure.
However, anything in my experience, even things that are just not worth a ton at that moment, years later, you'd be shocked how much it's worth.
Sure.
Like even McDonald's toys. I have original McDonald's toys in bags, a box of them, like sets. Back then, it would be nothing. You can get them for what? A few cents, $1.
Yeah.
Now some of them are hundreds of dollars for the set plus. So it's just crazy how that works.
If you had an extra 10 grand laying around right now, would you buy a shoe or would you put it in a stock? You can be honest too.
That's a good question. To be honest with you, I would probably get one shoe with the money. Well, here's the thing. If you already have money, that's different.
Yeah.
I would put money in to make something that will make me money, generate income. However, if we're talking, I'd probably put a little bit in some crypto, no financial advice.
Yeah.
And then I would probably buy another Grail shoe that I've been after.
Sure.
There are a few more that I'm still currently searching.
What would a couple of those be?
Well, some of they'll keep it newer. Some of the newer ones, I still need a Louis Vuitton Air Force. There's a couple colorways that I am looking for.
13 in that, man.
Yeah, I know. Or a 12. I'll take a 12.
You'll make it.
I'll take a 12. The Dior highs, I did have an opportunity, the Dior highs and lows, to get those actually at a reasonable price. I was dumb to pass. So I made a mistake there.
Still looking for those?
Yeah, still looking for those. There are a few other SBs out there that I want. Actually, one that's not even that expensive. If anybody has the Oceanic Airlines High SB with the red laces, 13, I'll buy it.
I actually have no idea what shoe he's talking about.
Yeah. And no one's ever seen Lost?
No.
No? Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, I just wasn't in the game when it was during those SB times. What year was that shoe released? You know?
Oh, man, that's hard to remember all those. I don't remember offhand. Might have been, I think it was a blue box. Blue box era.
Heard from a financial advisor. Throw a little bit in crypto and then buy a couple Grails with the 10 grand.
Stock's good
put this
too,
back
but if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna get beat right now.
That's exactly right. All right, we got sidetracked for a sec. Let's get back to
I have
it.
a question about this pair.
Yeah,
I don't
of
know
course.
if these
Shoot.
are, but I saw the pigeon.
Oh, that's Mosh. He's a huge customizer.
Oh, it's a
Mosh.
custom?
Yeah, well, that's Mosh makes his own shoes.
Okay.
And he did a collab with Pigeon. He does a lot of the athlete stuff.
Okay.
If you look at Mache, look him up online.
Gosh, he's been around for.
He does.
He's one of the
Yeah,
OG.
He does like all the NFL players stuff. He's a really cool guy. Actually, I've interacted with him before. He's a really cool guy.
Okay.
These are very comfortable. I like this collab with Pigeon. And then these, the Freddy, you asked what SB I want, for real, the Freddies.
I was gonna ask if that's
12 and a half, 13 Freddies. I'm on the hunt. It is very expensive. I've had anywhere from 30 to 60 grand.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I feel you, but it's one pair of shoes. Somebody's got to work with me.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I am actually going to be at Sneakercon. So when I'm there, I am going to be actively looking. So if anybody has those SBs, but he did a good job with these. I like these Freddies. This is my consolation prize for those for now.
sure.
I'll get them at some point.
Okay. Moving on, I see we'll briefly run through some of the Kobeys. Looks like we have a lot of recent releases here, but tell me about these.
Yes, so this is an amazing pair. This is actually one of my favorite pairs. So as you know, Dank did the customs on these.
Yep.
And let me tell you about this shoe. You all know this is a high. It's a very big high like that. The only reason why that's in a case is because it can't fit anywhere else. The highs are cool, but unless you're wearing some joggers, like it's just not going to happen. So, or playing ball, I guess. I love these shoes so much that got them customized with Dank. And look at the amazing job he did. Like this is incredible how he was able to do this.
Yeah, he did a fantastic shoe. What was the base shoe? What was the model of this before it was customized?
It was the 10 or the 11 high. It was the high top.
Yeah. Yep.
But it's the version one before that, right?
Yeah. That's the 9, right?
Yeah.
That's the 9.
So it was a 10 high.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so that,
he did a
it was
great job.
He did an awesome, and actually somebody, I don't know what news outlet wrote an article about him because he did these. He did a handful of them. He did as many as he could, and that was kind of it.
So you've done customs with Mosh, you've done customs with Dank.
I bought from Mosh, of course. I did his pre-orders. Yeah, like I said, he has a lot of really cool shoes.
Who else have you done a custom with? Have you done anything with Surgeon?
I haven't. I have interacted with Dom. before. He's a really cool guy. I actually really like Dom. JC also, I'm a friend of his too, but he doesn't do customs, but he's still a good dude. There's a guy in Gilbert, Rupsy Banks. Although he doesn't do customs, he does do custom paint and he does create shoes. He actually created a Dexter shoe and gave it to Michael C. Hall. Okay. It's really cool. I had him we're going to get over here to the Unions and I'll show you what he did to that one. He did an awesome job. So those are the 3 that I've interacted with so far.
I don't see any Sakai's in here, which I'm kind of disappointed.
I guess yes.
Oh, you do?
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
never mind.
Oh, yeah.
I take it back.
Don't
There's
be
a guy who
disappointed.
like specializes in customizing
just
Sakai's, and I really at some point want to get a custom done by him.
Yeah.
Real quick before we get into let's just have a little halftime break and show you the halftime show because these are insane, like insanity.
So if anybody wants, these are promo samples. These are Air Yeezy 1 promo samples. Zen. How you can tell they're promo samples? I don't know if we can get in here. Maybe they'll show you all 9s. If there's all 9s in there, that's how you know it's a promo sample. In addition to that, you see this neon orange here. That's how you know. Now I have seen people customize the normal ones with orange to try to make it look like the promo sample, but this is dead stock with the box. 14. You don't see a 14 in these. There's probably 1, to be honest with you.
And how did you come across this shoe?
There is a guy who sources who is amazing. I think he works with a lot of athletes. I won't give his name out now, but if we want to plug him, we can. Okay. That's how I got this shoe. Otherwise, I would have never been able to get this shoe. This is a surprise to me. Pair? Between this one and the I'd say the SBs are probably.
What would you value this at?
It's a good question. To be honest, it's really up to me. Yeah. So I don't know.
If someone wanted to buy it, what would they have to put on the table for you to let go of?
You'd have to talk to me over 10K or over.
Yeah.
Minimum. Yeah. Like to even have a conversation about them. Otherwise, they stay in my collection.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
And the bottoms glow. We can hit that. You guys can show them that. But this is an amazing pair. So from the materials, and another thing to look at, a lot of people are worried about these here. Look at this. Usually when you squeeze them, you can tell they're going to crack. Look at this. I'm squeezing them pretty hard. Yeah, they're in excellent condition. That's why I'm telling you, I'm 99% sure this came from an athlete.
That's fire.
Who kept these really nice. So I know PJ's a 13, isn't he?
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure he wouldn't sell his shoes. So
we've got a solid relationship with PJ. Shout out my dog, for real. Speaking of one of my favorite Kobeys. By the way. I love this Kobey.
He did such an awesome job with these. Let a sneakerhead design shoes, and this is what's going to happen.
It's facts.
Right?
He did a great job with the teal ones too. The ones that were out of 4, I don't know.
Flights.
Yeah, the flights.
Yeah, I tried to get those. Didn't happen for me.
Yeah, they came down a lot in price though.
Did they?
Moving on to some J's now. Amas.
I was going to ask you the whole.
I have 2 pairs of those.
These are all Amas.
So you have the whole Ama collection.
I have all these here. The 2s are. I have all the Ama Jordans. Not. I think they release a couple weird ones here just recently, but
they did. Did you get the 4s that just came out?
Yeah, these 2. I have 2 pairs of these.
Okay.
I have 3 pairs of those, but I probably will get rid of my extra pairs on those.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Very uncomfortable.
That's the only thing about them, and this
is the best one they did for sure.
Oh, 100%. You see, those are. I wore those for sure. The problem is this, in hand, this is a beautiful shoe. I actually took these off the 2s. And it looks really nice from the Ama Menu. That's why it says work harder. They look amazing, but I agree with you. It's something about in here. It's just not as comfortable.
Do you wish they would split up the colorways a little? Everything's
I
very
do.
repetitive.
I do. I do like this crimson purplish color.
Yeah.
But I get that that's part of their staple. I totally understand that. But you got to give us something different.
It's just hard when you're on your 10th shoe.
Yeah, it's just like you see all the ones that I have, and it's just, I'm going to end up getting rid of these, and I don't say that often because I actually really love these.
Those are nice.
Those are nice. They look really nice. Why did you give it to us here and not here?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I didn't see
that. Why?
Yeah.
Why? What happened? Also, Ama Meniere, give us the blue laces to match. Why didn't you do that? Come on,
I love that you're a lace guy.
Help the collectors out.
That. Yeah, the 5s are definitely the best because it's all black and you get the subtle maroon hit.
Yeah.
I don't need maroon across the whole shoe.
And it is repetitive.
Bunch of 4s.
Yeah.
Which means you're a 4 guy, which I can completely respect.
Do like 4s.
To my question I asked earlier, if I had 10 grand extra, I'm throwing it all into this.
I love this shoe. I think this is this shoe is going to do very well.
It has done very well to date too.
Yeah.
It's already past Bread Reimagined 4s, and it would not surprise me if this was a $350 shoe in men's sizes before Christmas.
I think I let you have one of them.
You did.
Right?
You let me have one of them.
My other 2
on ice.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely love this shoe. Obviously, you have the Travis Force too.
Love those.
I see the Union Pack down here.
So yeah,
and
this
it
is what
looks
I
like
want to show you. Rupsy, pull that one out because one of them, the black paint got a little yellow. Maybe grab the other one. The black paint did rub off on him. We can put that one back a little bit. So my man Rupsy Banks out of Gilbert, Arizona. He did an awesome job on these. Look at this. This is, I have the other pair, but I'm going to sell that pair. Look, I collect everything. That Desert Moss wasn't for me. And I know a lot of people liked it. I'm not hating on it. It just wasn't for me personally. And he killed it with this. And he put blue reflective laces and purple on the other one. And I have the original, of course. The only issue is this is starting to get a little yellow from the paint, but you know, this can go away. This can be removed easily. So I think he did an awesome job with these. Just a great custom. So these are the Desert Moss.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
So
my favorite.
that's my favorite one.
the
Hands down.
off-doors. Yep. No guavas though, huh?
No, here's the thing.
That shoe's expensive in your size.
I wanted that shoe, but in my size, to me, the value that they have on that shoe is just not worth it for me.
Yeah.
I do like it though. But if it was a black color or something like that, I probably would have done it.
Okay, as I mentioned earlier in this video, there's a free week link to Strike down in the description below if you guys want to join the group for free. You've been in the group for how long now?
Oh my gosh, I lost count. Years.
And he's been looking at his Apple Watch this entire video because he's missing pings that we're sending in the Discord for some cooks that we're doing. So that's actually hilarious.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
He's been in the group for quite some time now. We were just talking about how he's an eBay, what is it called? Top 5?
Top Star.
Member.
Yeah. Yep. And I have a 20-year account, so it's.
Yeah. What's cool about the Discord group is he sells on eBay too, and we have this cool Discord bot that gives you a bunch of watchers to your eBay listing, so that helps for eBay sellers specifically. We talk about how to get shoes for retail. We post every single raffle that's coming out. So when the Travis came out, I mean, you saw every single raffle.
Everything. And just so many cooks. Like I can't. Maybe at some point we can show them. My office, and I'll show you some of the other cooks that are in there, but literally it is, and I've been in so many groups over the last, I don't know how many years that Discord's been out. By far, in a way, this is the best group. There's no comparison, to be honest with you.
7-day free week trial down in the description below. Cancel at any time, but once you get in, I promise you won't cancel because there's so much money to be made. Right now we're doing like some ticket cook, I think, and then there's also a bunch of ASICs and everything that ever since Tyler joined the group, it's just been freaking nonstop.
Oh yeah, that was a great addition. I like that everyone I'm big with collaborations.
Yeah.
You guys came in, he came in, like Tiana and SK do the right things.
Yeah.
And they bring in the right people for things, and it's amazing. With all of us together, like you can't lose.
And we just hit a PacSun 50% off sale on Fear God Essentials. We got Fear God Essentials tees for like $22 and hoodies for like $50. So anyways, join the link down in the description below. Let's get back to the rest of this video.
All right, now we're in my speed a little bit, more of like some of the older Jordans as well as Nike basketball. I noticed down here, looking right now, I saw you had the mix match of the SpongeBob.
I do.
The SpongeBob Patrick Kyrie's.
I do. I
Pretty
have the
tough.
mix match. Yep.
So did you sell a mismatch? You just have have the other two.
I got both pairs, and my guy who works for me, Paulo, he's a really good dude. I let him get the other pair of these. So we swapped them up, and this, to be honest with you, this is a pair I'll never sell.
Yeah.
The two of these, I think I saw one person on eBay sell these, and you just can't find it. So I think that they did a really good job.
That was a great collab.
Yeah.
Remember we camped out for these?
Yeah.
We hit the Foot Locker loop.
My SpongeBobs are cooked.
It's back in the cookout days. Because you put that work in on the court. Yeah. That's why. You already know. Books.
So yeah, this is a shoe, right? Like you can get this for cheap. Here's the thing. I have the numbered pair, of course.
The orange, yeah.
At one point I did have all the books. I did let a lot of them go because of room. I just, in my closet, like I just don't have enough room.
Couldn't go down the
yeah.
collect every colorway.
I love book, but
yeah,
I can't have every pair, bud.
You've worn these ones.
I've worn those. I like those, and then the white are my two favorite pairs.
Do they fit you snug, or is it just?
It's a little snugger than I thought it was going to be. Yes.
13.5 can't be a fun size to track down though.
Do they even make 13.5 in these?
I don't
think so.
It's out of my realm. I know they make up to 10.5. That's all I'm worried about.
And these are 12.5, and so I know I can't wear those.
Have you seen this colorway?
It's my first time seeing it in the hand, but yeah, they came out.
I like the suede. That's why when I saw. Plus, I got it for below retail. Yeah. Foot Locker, Finish Line. You can get this stuff.
I just don't know how I felt about the elevated materials on a hoop shoe. That was the first thing that threw me off about this original colorway and some of the other ones when they mixed in the suedes and the canvases. But it's a hoop shoe. It is.
That's the part. Yeah, it is. It is tough with that. You would think. But here's the thing. That's why he did this. He did like hoop shoe, lifestyle shoe.
Yeah.
He tried to do both with that. So I think that's why you see those different materials.
100%. Where did these come from?
Ooh, those are one of my favorite KDs, other than the Galaxies.
Some EYBLs.
These are the. Is it Peach Jam?
Peach Jam, yeah.
Peach Jam. I love this shoe. It's not for everyone, but it's for me. And I haven't worn it yet, but man, do I love these. And it's funny, when I got this shoe, market was just, a little bit. You can make a little money. Now go look at the price of these on StockX or Goat or wherever.
Yes, 2020 pairs.
Yeah.
It's almost like all the EYBLs almost give off the what the vibe.
They do.
You mentioned earlier that you were a big what the fan.
I do, as long as they do it right.
Yeah.
Plenty have done it wrong.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not a fan when they do it wrong.
Yeah.
That's,
Is this the new pair, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Did you have the original?
I did not.
No?
That's why I was excited about getting these.
For sure. Were you into KD4s earlier? Like in that Nike basketball
I did.
season?
Oh yeah. And I had some, but I did sell them all.
Did you ever have the Nerfs?
Not the old ones. I do have the new ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
I figured you strike me as someone that would get the special box with
of course.
the ball and all that.
Of course I do.
South Beaches?
My favorite LeBron.
Yeah, that's
by far.
That's a classic.
I chased this shoe forever, by the way. And we can have another conversation about Zade kicks, but I was a customer of his for quite some time. So that's how I got this shoe.
Yeah. At least you got him.
At least I got him.
Right.
Trust me, I got stories for you guys. It's been years. I was a client for years of his.
Man.
Because I just supplemented everything. Yeah. So I would catch retail and then hit, like, I'm going to give you an example. I got 2 pairs of these. My one pair is beat out of this. This pair from Zade, I got it for $245.
There's always
245. It just, here's the thing. Over time it was. For the first several years, you always got your shoes. You had to wait a little bit. As it got later, you waited longer. Yeah. And then things happened. I was out some money at the end, unfortunately, about $15K. Yeah. But most of my credit cards hooked it up. You know who's a partner in crime and who's responsible for this? I'm not going to just talk about Zade. We're going to leave Zade out of it because let the court case happen. PayPal, you guys need to step up to the plate.
Step up.
They mess up. I'm telling you. PayPal, I don't do business with PayPal anymore other than I have some PayPal credit because they do 0 interest. Other than that, I'm not messing with them. And then also, by the way, PayPal doesn't even do their credit. It's Synchrony Financial. So PayPal sucks. And they didn't take any responsibility. No responsibility for the Zade. They were the exclusive payment processor for Zade. The exclusive. You couldn't pay any other way. But then when it happened, I got so far up in management there, the guy finally told me, we have to do what's best for us. And that was denying every claim, even though they were partially responsible for it. So, PayPal, I'm done with them.
He's done.
So that's my rant.
So I saw some of the Tom Sachs up there.
I do.
Are you an owner of the original?
I'm not. That's another one I do want. It's just sometimes people tax so hard on those.
Yeah.
It's just, so here's what I did instead. I got the Mars Yard 3.0, right? Is that what they were? Or what is it? What do they call that? The all-weather one. I don't remember.
I know what you're talking about. There's the boot.
The boot.
Yeah.
So I got it below retail. I didn't even get it retail. I waited till it dipped and I bought it below retail. My guy Rupsy, he did this for me.
Got the chopping.
So I got my Grail, and I kind of dig the blue bottoms.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
So yeah, there's a little bit here, but so what? I don't care. These are gonna get worn. So I got my Grail, and I didn't even have to pay the ungodly amount that they want for these.
Yeah,
so,
for a running shoe.
How do you guys feel about these? You like the Tom Sachs? Like, what do you think? And it's not for everybody.
I like them. I don't understand the price.
Yeah.
For what it is.
Yeah.
That's just me. That's a lot of shoes though.
Yeah.
So I guess it's subjective, but I think it's a great looking shoe. Yeah. I love seeing it on foot, but then it's just like
I don't agree with it either, which is why I don't.
Yeah, that was a good play. That I actually like that play a lot.
So that's what I did. That's the way I settled it. I got to make things work.
Yeah.
So
some more SBs up here, looking like some more of like the higher tops. Are you more of a SB low or high person?
I like lows more.
It's pretty
than
mixed.
However, this shoe I had both. I sold the low. I do regret selling that low. I like the high better.
Do you have a Tiffany low?
I don't.
I see the Tiffany.
I don't, and I was offered one at a decent price, and I almost did it, but I didn't. And the reason why is I already had these, and this is another shoe I like the high better. Not all of them, just a few. I don't know what it is about these, the way that the low is cut and the way that they did the design. I just like the highs better.
I forgot who ran the what's the word I'm looking for? They did like a ranking of the top 10 SB collaborations of all time, and they put the Diamond at number 1.
Did, yeah.
I forgot who ran the
probably Complex.
It's someone credible, but yeah, it was pretty cool to see. I saw it the other day.
I have the white ones. They're in a box over there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot they did the white and the blacks as well.
I got the
too.
white ones. Don't have the yellow.
Travis 6s. I saw another one in there, so that's probably someone you have a double up of.
I have 3 of these.
3 of the greens?
I actually have a 12 and an 8, and this is a 13.
Did you see the yellow ones when Offset wore them? Were you a fan of the yellow?
I thought they were okay. I don't know. I mean, yellow's hit or miss for me. I like yellow, but then I also
Fair. Oh, I also saw you don't have any of the Off-White Air Forces, MCAs.
just not the blue ones.
Oh, I'm tripping. Yeah.
Or the black ones or the white ones, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, those are pushing a little bit. I was gonna ask you
So I'm gonna put myself out here right now. This pair I hit off of Sneakers, and you guys remember how that released? They did it in Boston, and you had to be in Boston, and they didn't use Bluetooth.
Oh, did you spoof?
I spoofed.
Yeah, you did.
Tiana, what's up? Spoof,
Strike.
hit, and I was kind of nervous that if it was gonna come or not. It showed up.
that's
So-
sick.
What a cook.
That's one of my best hits off of Nike.
Yeah, that's
so-
crazy.
And if it wasn't for the group, that would never happen. So
Shout out
You
strike.
know the coordinates.
7-day free trial. Talk to him.
I'm telling you, don't sleep.
Some older retros in here. We talked about the Sakai's.
There's a Sakai's.
So
Black one's my favorite.
Brandon just picked up Brandon's not a double up guy,
He's not a double up guy,
but he did say he just doubled up on this one.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Warren, let's go.
These are cold too, though. You need this one. You don't have this one, right? This is one of the coldest Sakai's. You haven't worn yours yet either.
No, I haven't.
This
I
is-
really like
Those
that
are
one.
so hard.
You want to know?
So hard.
It's funny. The first day I wore these, I stepped in this big thing of mud. I'm like, you got to be kidding me right now.
See, yours has all the nipples.
Yeah.
Mine has no nipples left.
No nips.
You went harder.
It's nipless.
You went harder on yours.
Do you have any other favorites in here that stand out to you?
Obviously, I love the shoe. We won't pull it out because Brandon doesn't like the color of the laces I swapped, so I won't do that. I kind of agree with him, but I'm Italian, so.
Show.
All right, y'all gonna hate on me. Go ahead. No, I am Italian. This gives me Italian vibes. I like it. It matches the tongue a little bit. They are SB-ish, just a little thinner, and it does match this. When I actually wear the shoes, I'll probably put the white laces back on, but I did this because I like to make things different. Everybody wears the white laces, so.
From a resale perspective, did you do good on that shoe?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I actually didn't hit on this. I could have. It was this close to going to Cowtown. I didn't go at that time. I was working, so I got these pretty low, to be honest with you. I mean, they were always I don't want to say high, but they didn't do well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got
I think I
them.
paid like $350 for mine when that guy came in store after the raffle, and I was like $350, whatever. Now
You did.
it's
Yeah.
now I look like a genius, but
Yeah. I did.
13's at $750 right now.
Is it? I think I paid $300 for the shoe.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I paid $300
yeah,
for the shoe.
we lucked
So,
out on that one.
Yeah. So I don't regret that at all. And I'd do it again. Same with these SBs. They did an awesome job. LA to Chicago. I still haven't worn this pair. I sold all the other pairs I had. I like that the Chicago's under here. I've actually seen some cool designs where
People
they're doing the
etch them out.
the cityscape and stuff like that on it. So
Yeah.
this is a cool shoe.
All the classic 11s, cool grays,
Oh, yeah.
Concords, breads,
And
DMPs.
I do have some originals in the closet.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Tough. Oh yeah. Are you do you own any like 85 ones?
that I don't. My buddy, I was trying to talk my buddy into it. His dad has the 85 Chicago's.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, hey, I don't care what size they are. I'll buy them from you. And at first he thought about it. And after that, he was like, no, I think we're going to keep them.
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, totally.
So,
Some of the recent threes that I have been a big fan of, and we kind of talked about this a little earlier. I also didn't mention I do like the lace swap on these.
Yeah.
This one's a
I
solid
kept
lace swap.
1 and 1 just
Yeah.
to be, but the lace swap is hard.
These are absolutely sick. I've seen these on foot. People wear all black with them, like you said, and when you're walking, you just got the red bottom on the.
These are nasty.
These are really nasty.
These are just, oh man.
I like these better than the.
Yeah, I do
these.
too. And you know what? I've heard other people say they like these better. I like these better.
It's because I like the Ama 3, and when you side by side the Ama 3 with the Bobbin, it's very similar,
Yeah.
and I just like the color off the black more. But
Yeah.
this is one of my favorite threes to release as a semi recently.
I agree with you.
So I'm a
100%.
big fan of these, and you can't hate on this lace swap, can you?
No, that's Sun's colors right there, baby.
Yeah, I like that one.
This was actually pretty cool. I don't know if I can wear them, but these are actually pretty cool. I always like the Dornbacher stories
Yeah,
on this. And like, this one was great because I think
Fly
this
breeze.
kid, yeah. And I think this kid, was this the one that had Crohn's? And you just read the story in
stories,
there.
yeah.
And like dealing with that pain every day. And then they're still happy all the time. Like if that's not inspirational, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
So that type of stuff, I go for that type of stuff on top of the slime. There is some sparkles, but I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
I like them.
Not bad, not bad. Brandon's
Cooked.
top 5 shoe of all time.
Cooked.
Looks like yours too with how much you worn them.
Cooked.
Can't ever go wrong with the Black Cement 3.
Those are cooked.
You the new one's coming out?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Some powder blues,
Yeah, that's a double up
UNCs.
for me.
It's just not the same leather though. Did you see
I
that leather? It's
know.
so
I know.
cheap.
You know, I was talking to somebody about that the other day and kind of disappointed, but it's one of those things like we'll take what we can get. And same thing with, look, I don't not like the reimagined Red Force. I do like them. I like that it's leather. I like that it's different, but I like the other ones, you know? So, but I'll take what I can get and I'm still going to collect it. So
Yeah. Some twos up there.
twos, that's probably, I know a lot of people like twos. Many don't like them. That's my least favorite Jordan. Not my least. I mean, come on, we got 33s and stuff, but like of the original Jordans, probably my least favorite, although Virgil killed it with those.
I was going to say the lows, can't be mad at.
No, another
Cannot be mad at
Zade,
the
another
lows.
Zade. $200, so you know.
Yeah, some recent stuff, some clots. It seems like you're pretty in tune with all the collaborations.
I have the other clots, they're in there. So that's just, I've kind of moved on from those.
Did you do the Air Forces too, or are you just with the Dunks?
I did the Air Forces, I did the Sakai, I did the
Clot Sakai.
Sakais, I did the Air Maxes, I got those up there.
Mm-hmm.
I like a lot of their collabs.
Yeah.
They've done pretty good overall.
What did you think about these when these came out?
So here's the
knowing
deal
the
on
history
these.
of all the Fragment and Jordan.
First of all, why are we getting the crystallization already? Come on.
it's early.
Nike. This is way too early for this to happen.
Well,
So you want to get to this, right? So here's the thing. This shoe as it is, amazing. Great colorway, love threes, amazing leather, fragment Jordan. What could you not like about this shoe? And then they did this. So here's the thing. It's not that I don't like this. It doesn't bother me. I actually tried to whiten them and they actually cleared up a lot. I did that 3 weeks ago. And it was almost all gone. Take a look. You gotta do better, Nike.
Yeah.
Got to do better with this. This was this shoe would have been so expensive. Do you see what happened to this shoe because of this?
Yep.
It's crazy because this was like, didn't Justin Timberlake have a shoe just like this before this one came out?
Yep.
That was like the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So awesome shoe, could have done better.
So close. So close.
Just missed a little bit.
I remember during COVID when we were moving these and we were moving them for the high and then this started happening and we had to start discounting them and then he just stopped buying them after that.
I don't blame you.
That was
what
it.
Can you do? I mean, in the end, long term, people will appreciate those, but it just sucks.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It has to be the white. Because again, I did get them pretty white, and then 3 weeks. So how I don't know.
Yeah. One thing I will say, you do have most of the hot stuff, but there's certain pairs in here, such as these.
I like those.
Such as these.
Chocolate milk.
Such as these as well.
Supreme.
I mean, they're Supreme, but you
like
definitely
these.
have. You can tell you have the stuff that you like.
I do.
Mixed in with some of the stuff
The
that
hype.
everyone
It's not
likes.
just hype, because that's the whole thing with me. Like, yeah, the hype's cool and all that, but like, I don't care. At the end of the day, if I like it, that's all that matters to me. And any collector, that's typically how it is for them. I mean, you want to get the collabs, you want to get the cool stuff, but if I saw something that was super hyped and it was really, really ugly, I'll be honest with you, I might get a pair just to have it, but I'm not gonna wear them.
Yeah.
So-
Or if you can make a buck on it, that's what you'll do. Thoughts on the new Mocha Lows?
I love them.
One of the most recent drops that you have in
Got
here,
two
I would
pairs.
say.
By the way, if you were in Strike, you would know that there was Nike dropped a discount code.
Oh,
a
big
coupon
discount code.
90, what was it? $94, $98 out the door. Size 13 too. If you missed out, Strike.
Trust.
Yeah, we did a comparison video and photos and stuff comparing these two, and they're good.
They're the same. Again,
They smashed it.
Nike, what's up, man? I have 3 pairs of these. What's going on here? Why? These are like my bread Jordans. They look like it's a whole crystallized shoe.
Yeah, except
It's
that
just-
those got 5 years on them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Turbo is one of Brandon's favorites. Hyper Royal is another great
Yes.
COVID shoe.
Yes.
Some All Stars.
There's some stuff down here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's anything. Yeah, there's a few things. The Sports Illustrated one. These, I was obsessed. So the Blue Chills, the women's, obviously they don't have a 13 in that one. As a matter of fact, I take that back. There were 2 sites that dropped a 14.5. I couldn't touch them. However, this shoe, I'm going to be honest with you, I wanted that shoe so bad. I didn't care if it was mine or not. The patent leather on that Blue Chill, so I just keep that shoe. I've been asked so many times, or I brought it places or shows or stuff just to have it. People want to buy that shoe every time.
It's a banger.
I'm not doing it.
I hit those. That was like one of my first sneaker hits.
That's
ever.
awesome.
Yeah.
I
that
just
was a
wish
really
they
good
would have, helped out the big feet. People,
Yeah,
what's
that
up
was a
with
good one. I'm surprised they didn't.
Yeah. The top one's Kith, and the bottom one, I don't remember where I got the bottom one from. This means a lot to a lot of collectors. So I don't know how much of that everyone knows about these shoes. Although I do try to erase the Wizards time of Michael Jordan. So I'm gonna be honest with you, but this shoe, and they did such an awesome job with this UNC colorway.
Yeah,
I mean, and I don't need every 17. I don't need every one of them, but this particular one and the briefcase, you brought it like they did it justice. They did the right thing with this. So big fan. Happy to have hit them because they are pretty pricey.
Yeah, what was retail on those?
300, I think, right?
Yeah, that hurts.
This he did. I'm lucky I got this. My rep, I don't even think she's there anymore. My man, I don't even think she's there anymore. And I was texting her. I'm like, hey, can I get these? She didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
Finally, I went online. Sure enough, I happened to get it. And these sizes are funky. You got to get like a completely different size.
It's my first time seeing them.
They're awesome.
These are wild.
Absolutely love this shoe. By the way, this ID is very expensive. Very expensive.
Yeah, I was going to
shoe.
ask about those.
Those are pretty highly sought after also, but that's a whole nother conversation. And we can't forget the Kith. That's not
I know. Yes.
1 of 30. I pulled that.
Did you?
From Kith.
Oh, that's sick.
I pulled it. I got the receipt. I got everything. I opened up. You know how I knew? I was in my warehouse. I'm cutting the box open, and I turn around, pull it. The card's just sticking out a little bit, and I'm like, tell me that. Tell me.
Only a certain number of them were numbered, right?
Right.
Only 30 of them had the actual Swarovski crystals.
And
The
then
rest
you
of them are all
randomized?
just marble.
Yeah, I can't
So
believe
it was already rare with the marble, but the Swarovski, this is a lottery ticket. This is a treasure right here. Seriously, like this is, how many people on IG like, oh, let me buy that. Let me buy that. I bet you I probably could have gotten $5K for it, and I don't know. I didn't do it yet. I don't know. I just feel like
I don't know how this goes long term though. I feel like this one could have just been like demand in the moment. This is really cool. I want it now. And
I don't know,
like,
bro. That movie went ridiculous.
That's
10 years time.
I still get.
I don't know though. Up in the air.
I still get people hitting me for that. So we'll see.
His favorite Jordan 1 of all time. You've got the black toe Unions.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Travis Highs in here, Off-White 4s. By the way, again, size 13 and this shoe specifically, expensive. This shoe, expensive.
This is a 12 and a half.
Yeah, there's
So
not very
expensive.
many 12 and a halves on the market right
Do you
here.
ever wear them?
Maybe. But I feel like if I wear these, I feel like I'm stunting too much.
We tried getting
what
Johnson to
Johnson's,
wear those
You did?
forever, and
What'd
he's
he
just
say?
like, I won't do it.
Humble guys.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to do that. I'm not like that. I'm not like, I like the little drip, but I don't like.
You can wear that fit plus those to Sneakercon
Yeah,
now.
just this.
Yeah,
We're my Viore.
You've got the Tiffany's orange D-books up there, which are the chapter number pairs.
Yes.
This freaking, what is this? The RFKT?
Yep, you had to be. I am an NFT holder.
Gotcha.
So that's how you got that particular one.
Heard.
And that one was you only got one of those with the NFT, and then a lot of times people would redeem it and then sell the NFT so they could redeem the other ones that you see out there. So that one,
Big Croc guy.
yeah. Well,
Toe hater.
I don't wear the Crocs, but I have them. So
Love it.
little secret there. Though.
And you even got the squish. I mean, bro, this dude resells anything.
Hey. Pokemon Center exclusive. We're not doing normal here, okay? You got to have the exclusive stuff.
Well, yeah, this is
Swarovski.
an insane collection. What would you say this entire collection's worth?
Oh gosh.
I mean, between these two alone, I mean, conservatively 50 grand just between those two.
Yeah. Several $100,000. I couldn't.
A couple $100,000
The
at least.
Scout app's gone. I'm lost.
Yeah.
No. Hey, Strike's gonna get one.
Strike
though.
is doing though, yeah.
So I don't know which camera I'm at here, but Strike's gonna get one. So
We have our own Scout app in the works right now that we're currently
I'm
building.
so excited about that.
Couple $100,000, $200,000 sneaker collection?
Probably more, but yeah.
300?
Yeah,
400?
we'll give it between around 300-ish. We'll call it that for now because I got some in my closet.
We'll say 500,000 for the thumbnail. But I'm just kidding.
No, that
we'll
works.
say 300,000.
Yeah.
All right, a little different type of outro here. We're not done yet. He's got a collection of Funko Pops, bobbleheads, amongst other things. So we wanted to outro this video a bit different, come to his office and a little bit of the few gadgets he's got in his room. You are a true collector. You're a true through and through collector. So
sir.
tell me a little bit about some of these Funko Pops and the bobbleheads. I have some familiarity with a couple Funko Pops just because we resold a few back in the day in Good Chefs and now Strike.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the bobbleheads though, so.
Well, bobbleheads was one of my, other than sneakers, that's one of my first true when I started really collecting. I had to stop because you can only have so many shelves.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. There's so many that mean something to me. Some of the rarest ones, this old school Rocky collection right here is super rare, very expensive bobbleheads. Also, there's probably only a handful that exists in the world of Tony Soprano. I'm Italian, I gotta rep. Some of these sports ones are there's some rare sports ones. Another rare set is the office set, actually. That goes for pretty good money. That took a while for me to accumulate those, and I still haven't gotten every single one of them, but I got everyone I wanted. So,
I love the Saul.
the Better Call Saul, yep, and the Breaking Bad, had to have those.
Yeah, I love that.
Just, yeah, there's so many. Even the, Kanye, Travis. Why they had to do my man Tupac so short, I don't know. But that's okay.
Walking Dead up there.
Yep.
This is awesome. And then, of course, you got a bunch of Jordan memorabilia in here,
And
too.
actually, I can show you this right here. I chased this as a child, double authenticated. I got to get it graded. Autograph Michael Jordan right there. Double authenticated, of course. You know how we do it. I mean, there's Scottie Pippen here. Just so many, even as a kid growing up with these cards, like I have so many cards, and just look at all these MJs, just so much. Like if I had the time to show you everything, it would be nuts.
And then all these exclusive Funko Pops, too.
Honestly, I do have a lot of Funkos. I was into Funkos for a while, and I do still have quite a few that aren't even in here. Some of the rarer ones, these original Rockies. I'll show you a one-of-one set that you will see nowhere else. These are customized from authentic Funko parts. The Entourage set. The whole set of Entourage, that is the only set in the world you will not see that anywhere else.
What is that worth?
It's worth whatever I say it's worth, but I don't know. To be honest with you, I love that show, so I could never sell them. But I mean, the price that you could put on that is pretty high, I'd say. And even Turtle, talk about sneakers. He's wearing the Fukuyamas. Look, if you know the show, you know what he's wearing. The Air Forces. Yeah, I mean, there's so many Grail Funkos I could show you here, a lot of NFTs, but this is just something I enjoy. If I'm the 15 years I was in finance, I wanted to be in an area for part of those years that I enjoyed. So I came in here and it didn't really feel like work.
Yeah.
So
Love it. Well, thank you again for letting us tour your house, the sneaker collection, and all the rest of the collection too.
Yeah,
make sure you guys drop a like. Make sure you guys go follow him on Instagram as well. We'll put a screenshot of his Instagram page right here. He's got a bunch of followers on there, and he said he may start posting after this video goes live. Maybe if some stuff he wants to part ways with, or maybe just some stuff he'll flex just on Instagram just to see what happens. But thank you so much again for allowing us to tour your home and letting us in your home. And
happy to do it.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want more like this, comment down below whose collection you want us to tour next, if there's a collection out there, and we'll see you guys in the next video.